you get it and you get it right, because it's congratulatory after congratulatory. Our girl just seems to be soaring, and she deserves it all. It's her time, and let her shine. Let her do just that. Congratulations again, Juju. Keep making us proud, girl. We are definitely proud, and we are definitely making noise again today in your honor. Let's see what's going on in the news desk. We're coming right back.
Good morning. The former Member of Parliament for Castries Central, Sarah Flood Bobra, believes that there can be no compromise on the location of the halls of justice. She has repeated concerns about the possible impact on the structural integrity of the minor basilica of the Immaculate Conception if the project is allowed to continue.
Let us say they go ahead and do what they're doing, and we find it now compromises the integrity of the cathedral. What do? You've got to stop it. So now you've destroyed the cathedral and you still can't do what you're doing. So you'll have a massive crater in the city, or you'll have a massive unfinished structure, and you've destroyed a 127-year-old minor basilica.
The Roman Catholic Church has expressed concerns about the government's halls of justice being constructed near the century-old church. Recent media reports reveal that the Archbishop had written a letter to the government outlining these concerns. Students and youth got the chance to explore career paths and higher education options at the 2024 Ministry of Education College and Career Fair. The two-day event is being held under the theme Unlocking Your Potential and Opening Doors to Endless Possibilities. Education Minister Sean Edward emphasized the importance of developing a skilled population.
St. Lucia does not have mineral resources, and our greatest asset as a country is the quality of human resources we have at our disposal. And St. Lucia has demonstrated from time immemorial that the smallness of our size, 238 square miles, 180,000 people, that smallness is not an impediment in terms of what we can achieve as a people.
In addressing students in attendance, Edward noted that some come from disadvantaged backgrounds where financing for higher education is difficult. Through the government's One University Graduate per Household program, Edward says that those who come from less fortunate backgrounds have the opportunity to better their circumstances. Now, the Ministry of Health is advancing national efforts to combat emerging drug threats with the launch of the Early Warning System, or EWS. This multi-agency network enhances monitoring capabilities for identifying new and evolving drug trends within St. Lucia, providing rapid response measures that aim to safeguard public health and safety.
The drug problem in our region, in the Americas, continues to evolve and is today defined both by the prevalence of use, but also by the increasingly complex range of drugs. So it's quantity and quality. Just last year, we received news about the first clandestine drug laboratory ever discovered in Trinidad and Tobago, where methamphetamine was being produced. And the Barbados Early Warning System issued 2 warnings on the discovery of methamphetamine and synthetic cannabinoids in that country's drug market. We're also aware of the situation last year where more than 60 primary school students received emergency medical care after consuming THC-laced candy sold by a vendor outside of a primary school in Jamaica. These are examples that are remarkably close to home for St. Lucia and are proof that no country is immune to the dangers posed by emerging drugs.
The EWS was developed in collaboration with key stakeholders and support from the Inter-American Drug Abuse Control Commission. It ensures a coordinated approach for detecting and responding to drug threats. Finally, from us, Monroe College hosted its first graduation since its transition to Monroe University, with 135 students from St. Lucia and the rest of the OECS sub-region receiving their degrees from the institution in October.
Long nights, my weekends were not mine, but I made it and I'm happy for that.
Well, some of the challenging moments that I went through, I did it online. So I had to balance both my life and school life. So that was a bit challenging because when I come home from work, I have to go into the books, and sometimes I might be a little bit tired, but I still have to go through it. That's why I'm here today.
Sleepless nights, crying. Yes, make my big man cry. There are times I felt like giving up, but hard work and perseverance. This is what this means.
19 students graduated with master's degrees, 98 with bachelor's degrees, and 18 with associate's degrees. That's your news summary. Thanks for watching.
Thank you, News Desk. Let's take a short break and come back. We'll be back. Diane from the Do Nation Foundation, one of our, adoptees. Can you say that? Is that a word? Google it and let me know. Yeah, but she just got back from South Korea, and that was one of the mission as a spin-off of the Miss Good Deeds Day pageant, which is initially coming up in a couple of days here on the island as well. But the last year's winner, or first runner-up, who is now holding on the position, actually took the trip this year to South Korea, and it was a beautiful one. By all accounts. We're here with Diane. Of course, it's always good times when we link up to speak about the good deeds, pun intended, that is happening over at the foundation. You might be saying, but is the woman always on the morning show? Yes, because she's doing a lot, and that is it. She's very active. So there's always a need for us to highlight some of the things that she's doing. And it's critical things, it's needed things, it's vital things, it's things that adds value to the nation as well. So we are always excited when we fall into Diane like that. So Diane, you're coming. But listen, I find on a point or other, you see the next time them kind of trips come up, Korea and all kind of thing, people come out and I get a little invite. They say, well, all right, let me cover the Korea thing now with good deeds. Yeah, I said, me and the camera guy would love to jump on a plane to Korea, you know what I'm saying? But welcome back. How are you?
Thank you. I am great. I'm doing good. I'm doing very, very good.
Tell me about Korea, because that was a spin-off from last year's Miss Good Deeds Day pageant.
Yes.
I remember you spoke very, very strongly about some of the opportunities that would have been created for the winner or the persons taking part in the pageant. And the pageant is coming up again. We're going to talk about it in a minute. But the trip, you just came from the trip and we saw the first runner-up. What's her name again?
Miss Janelle Felix.
Right.
Yes, the first runner-up. She's actually the representative for the St. Lucia Hospitality Credit Union. I must say they are very proud of their contestant and the growth that is being seen with her. We actually went over to South Korea, though it was a very long trip, maybe about 22 hours to get there. Wow. But it was a great opportunity for 1, Miss Felix, 2 for donation, and 3 for Good Deeds Day in St. Lucia. We saw Miss Janelle Felix, who presented on Gen Zs, getting Gen Zs involved in volunteerism, getting the interest of Gen Zs when it comes to volunteerism on a whole. Wow. And of course, she was like, I feel like a celebrity. And I said, yes, you are the celebrity because everybody knows you and recognizes you from the work that you've been doing in St. Lucia. Wow. So it was a very great opportunity for Janelle in Busan. We actually went to Busan. And she attended 2 conferences. The first being the IAVE, which is the International Association of Volunteering Efforts. Wow. There were over 1,200 volunteers from 80 countries. She attended that. It was actually a 3-day conference. Wow. And then she went on where she was one of the main speakers, speaking on Gen Zs at the Asia Good Deeds Day conference. Again, that was a 2-day conference, and she, being the youngest participant in that conference, they really admired her and the work that she has been doing during, her reign or during the time that she has been involved with Good Deeds Day.
Now, let's segue a little bit, because I'm hearing all of that and I'm thinking, someone would have thought when you just initiated a pageant under the, volunteerism platform, it was like, okay, really? How does that work? But I'm listening to this now and I'm thinking, this seems like the perfect platform to groom our Miss Universe, because these are the sort of things that they actually put a lot of great effort into when the candidates of the Miss Universe, you know, their impact on world changes in these areas, volunteerism and these things, you know what I'm saying? So I'm saying, look how this thing could turn out to be one of the, you know, the grooming ground for our next Miss Universe pageant. By the way, all the best of luck to our girl, Sky. You know, she's gone off.
Yes.
But are you thinking what I'm thinking, Diane?
I'm thinking what you're thinking, and I'm thinking that, you know, we need to continue to encourage and motivate our young people to be part of events and pageants like these, because it is not all about beauty and the glitz and the glam, but it's about making a meaningful contribution to their country, and not just St. Lucia, but the international region and the world.
That's right.
Because that was visible throughout in terms of Janelle's journey, in terms of what she was involved in, the impact that she created. And of course, like she said, she felt like celebrity because everybody, when she got to South Korea, knew her by name.
Recognized her.
And of course, wanted photos with her.
Oh.
So it was just a lot happening, a lot of excitement. And we getting opportunities to do a lot of great things in St. Lucia.
And I'm sure that serves as an inspiration for her to want to achieve more.
Actually, yes, it served as an inspiration. She was like, I need to come back to St. Lucia and hit the ground running. And I told her, this is the attitude that you need. This is what you need to do. Because right now, you are the Good Deeds Day youth leader for St. Lucia. And of course, the other countries around the region will be looking out for you.
Right. Now we have the Good Deeds Day pageant upcoming, because that is what spiraled her into where she's coming.
Yes.
Now we had to meet the girls at some point in time. The pageant is going to be on the 30th. But just briefly drive home, you know, why it's important for young ladies to, you know, take on these sort of mandates to take part in pageants like these.
Yes, it is very important, and we continue to encourage our young ladies to be part of the pageant, because one is about development, it's about growth, it's about opportunities, and the opportunities are not just suited for you within your community or in St. Lucia, but it's preparing you for the world. And that is one thing that we continue to encourage our young ladies to be part of. However, I did let them know that the next Miss Good Deeds Day 2024 will be going to Togo, Africa.
I can't think about it. No. I can't sign up now. Okay, we're going to come back, Diane, because we need to follow up on the pageant that is upcoming.
Yes.
But I want to say, I mean, I'm really happy that our girl got to experience that.
Yes.
So kudos to that as well. And we continue to follow the movement. Donation Foundation.
Yes.
And that's where you follow everything that's going on. But we'll speak again, because you've got to meet the new crop of ladies who are going to be vying for the title of Miss Good Deeds Day 2024. And we headed over to the food center because Rude Boy, one of the big brands on the island, has decided to use some powerful influencers from right here on the island to represent their brand over the next 3 months. So here are some highlights from that. Well, we're here at the food center location in Castries, and I'm here with Summons. Summons just mashed up Dominica. I mean, that's for another show completely. We're going to talk about that. But we're here because you've just been signed as ambassador to the famous Rude Boy brand. Now, tell me about how you feel about that. I mean,
well, it's always an honor and privilege to be a part of such a huge brand. I mean, everyone knows Summons as an entertainer, and I take my work very seriously, so me being a part of Rude Boy means the world to me, and I'll do everything that I can do in my powers to rise up the brand in St. Lucia.
Let me tell you now. Now let me talk Rude Boy. You're a Rude Boy drinker, right? You just take. Now I want to ask you specifically now. You had Rude Boy before the Dominica when you flip on the flip chain and everything.
Yeah, definitely.
See, that's the power Rude Boy. So you're coming from a standpoint where you're not just selling something. You definitely believe in the brand.
Yeah.
Now I want to go further with you in terms of you're a young man on the island. You've been doing the music. You've been in the art form for quite some time. For a very long time, what we did not see is our very own so-called influencer being utilized by big brands like that. Normally, we'll even see regional people being brought in to be the face of these brands. How do you feel about that new shift that these companies are now looking inwardly and is using the people on the ground to be able to represent their brand?
Well, basically, right now, St. Lucia is on the map, in sports, music, you can name it. It's the right time so that we can come together and the big establishment can come and look for search for talent in St. Lucia to represent them on the local, regional, and international scale.
Absolutely. What do you say to other persons with potential to be influencers like yourself? What do you think they should know? What do you think they should be thinking of? Like you said, the time is right. So, we got to take every opportunity, be open for every opportunity that might present itself. What advice would you give to anybody that, is probably along the field of views? Or where should their mind space be now?
Well, at a business standpoint, you must always think positive. If you're doing something for a long time and you want to persevere in it, you have to put your all in it. Let it be there outside on the media so everyone can see and view you as what you are and be very authentic. We as a people in St. Lucia, we are very talented and we just have to push and then we're going to reach the goal at the end.
Let the world see who we are. Yeah. Now, on a side note, guess where you didn't afraid to, if you had fallen, the people say, but that, what has really happened on the stage? We're going to talk about that anyways. We need a whole little, anyways, congratulations. All right, and all the best. I vying for the next ambassadorial post. I don't know what's going on because I'm sitting with the right man here, the brand manager Dave here. I don't know if you know Dave, but if you don't, you're about to get to find out this gentleman here. Anything that this man is aligned to, tons gold. He's definitely somebody that is cut for that. And coming from me, I don't sugarcoat things. You understand? This man here knows how to sell anything. I kid you not. But a good thing for him that the brand is already very much popular, a popular one, and it pretty much sells itself. So you just had to be creative now with it. Basically, and you are being creative.
Going to be very creative in the next coming months. Rude Boy is going to really blow out St. Lucia. We have some major activations happening at bars around the island, and we've pulled on a number of new bars that people thought was synonymous with other brands, which we'll name nameless. And now coming under the Rude Boy brand, we're starting our Kings of Clash. We're starting our Kings of Clash bar hopping, visiting 12 bars around the island where DJs will get to clash and move into the finals on the 12th of December at Fondue. And that's being run by our guys, Run It Red and Alex, an amazing team of young talent. Alex has been, Run It Red has been a DJ for many, many years. So we're proud to join him and do this amazing competition where we have about $10,000 cash prizes for the winners.
For the giveaway. And that is going to be in the month of December, the finals.
That's the finals.
Right.
December.
Now, I want to segue back down. Yes. Well, not segue, but zero in on, we're here this morning for signing in of some of your influencers.
Of our brand
ambassadors and influencers. Now, I spoke to someone and I wanted to talk a little bit from the company standpoint now in terms of utilizing our very own inward influencers. For a very long time, we have not seen that. So it is very, very, very refreshing to see now that big companies, big brands like Rude Boy is now tapping into the energy of the underground people and is now giving them that platform to be able to excel or to showcase, using them as opposed to bringing in influencers and using those. We now have influencers of our very own that can be utilized and that platform being created for them. Speak to us from the company standpoint about how important this is for a brand like yours.
I'll tell you, this discussion with Sebens was very long because we've been targeting him for a while. We've been watching him and we love the energy. You spoke about what happened in Dominica, and that is exactly what Rude Boy is and what we stand for, that kind of energy. We needed to partner with the local energy, local young talent, and himself and the entire team, who happen to be from Dennery and the South, an amazing group of young people. We have photographers also on there, coming from that community as well. Rude Boy is about culture, people, and there's no better way to come into the culture and people than a Dennery segment or a Sebens. I think we locally, That's big. And we himself, and we have great future plans for a St. Lucian to represent the brand internationally.
Why not?
Right? So he'll be joined by other performers, people that have been with us before for international representation. We could not have made a better choice. We could not have made a better choice, and it was an important decision for us to ensure that local people represented the band locally and did a much better job. I mean, even our posters, which you can't show on television, our local
models,
local
which is
models,
really good.
yes.
Wonderful. What's the take home? What's the drive home, Dave?
Look out for us. We're coming, and we're gonna win.
Absolutely. Drink to that. Cheers to that.
Yes, cheers.
No, you're signing me or not?
Yes, yeah, you can be our new toy ambassador. Cheers.
Cheers to that one. You see, you do that internationally,
right.
Yeah?
Yes.
Workout, we will be doing a cardio soca jam routine to Drunk Again by Skinny Fabulous. Okay, up here. Hey! Take it up here. Hey! 4, 3, 2, and 1. Take it here. Hey! Up and down. Hey! Again. One more. Come to me. Let's go. Push back.
I just cheat on my girl.
Let's go.
I drink the rum and start to make out with her.
Push back.
Now I have no more girl.
Okay, from here. Hey!
Getting up and up in the front again.
Woo!
I tell myself that I got change my ways.
3,
No matter how I
4, 3. Let's go.
Nobody can
Talk to me.
When I think I just want rip up.
Nobody can
talk to me. When I think I just want get mad.
They can't talk to me.
Nobody can talk to me. Nobody can talk to me.
Come to me.
I tell myself I want to vomit in
Push
this
back.
party. Whoops. I just vomit in the
Again.
party, but
Woo.
guess what? I feel good. Now restart
Take
the
it back.
party. I wind up on my best friend shawty. So
Come on.
if I get enough shots,
Good.
I'm up on a big truck.
2 more.
Nothing to discuss. Just carry me home. Tomorrow we fix up.
Come.
Watch home again. Getting up and up in the front again.
Take it here.
My ways. But then no matter how I try,
4,
I just
3,
can't deny.
2.
When I drink, I want
Hey.
to mash up.
Nobody can talk to me.
When I drink, I just want rip up. Nobody can talk to me. When I
2
drink, I
more.
just want get bad. They can't talk to me.
Take
Nobody
it.
can talk to me. Nobody can talk to me.
Hey! Can't talk to me. Take it here. 4, 3, 4, 3. Come to me.
I tell myself I wanna cheat on
Push
my
back.
girlfriend. Whoops. I just cheat on my girlfriend.
One more.
I drink the rum and start to make out with her friend.
Push.
I have no more girlfriend.
Hey!
I can't believe that
That's a drunk again.
Oh, there you go. That is our show. It's Friday. Oh, yeah, nature. You get into the world, you gotta understand that you're invading. So yeah, the ants are taking up the position. We gotta get on out of here. Go and have an awesome weekend. Remember, it's a weekend. So you're going out until Monday is when we're gonna touch base with each other again. And we're gonna be away from each other for at least 2 days. But you know what? That makes the excitement even more for the Monday morning show. So hopefully I see you then. Enjoy your weekend and be safe. All right?